Welcome to the Cozy Historian. If you find yourself drifting off before the story ends, that's perfectly fine. Just remember to like and subscribe before you fall asleep. It helps keep these quiet stories softly continuing through time. And before your eyes grow heavy, tell me in the comments, what time is it where you are, and what kind of blanket keeps you warm at night? Tonight, we're wrapping ourselves in the history of something simple, soft, and deeply human. The blanket. A humble invention that carried us from caves to castles, from firesides to bedrooms glowing with lamplight. Before there were fabrics, there were hides. Thousands of years ago, early humans draped themselves in animal skins, rough and heavy, but life-saving. They trapped heat and told the story of survival. The first blankets were not made. They were found. When weaving was discovered, something changed. Around 10,000 years ago, people learned to twist fibers of flax, wool, and cotton. Threads became cloth. Cloth became comfort, and warmth began to carry color and care. In ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt, weaving was an act of civilization. Linen, spun from flax, became a treasure of the Nile. In Chile highlands, wool was spun and beaten into blankets so thick they could stand upright on their own. Every thread meant protection from the cold night. In China, silk blankets shimmered in candlelight. Delicate, luxurious, made for emperors and poets. In the Americas, before European contact, native peoples wove thick blankets from plant fibers and animal hair, dyed with earth and sky. Warmth was art. Through the Middle Ages, blankets defined class. Peasants slept under coarse wool, scratchy but enduring. Nobles layered fine fabrics, velvet, dyed wools, and embroidered covers that took months to make. The more layers you had, the higher your standing. Yet everyone shared one goal: surviving the chill of night. In cold stone houses, people slept close, often sharing a single blanket between families. Blankets were precious. They were washed rarely, mended often, and passed down for generations. Warmth was a legacy. By the 17th and 18th centuries, the art of quilting spread across Europe and America. Patchwork became poetry. Women saved scraps from old clothing, a piece of a dress, a strip of curtain, stitching them together into something new. Each quilt was a memory map, a quiet diary written in fabric. On the American frontier, a quilt was protection against both winter and loneliness. Each stitch connected hands to history. Mothers made them for daughters, travelers carried them west, and each night they were a reminder of home. In the 19th century, wool mills transformed the world of bedding. The great weaving factories of Britain and the United States turned out soft, patterned blankets by the thousands. The Hudson's Bay blanket, with its bold stripes, wrapped fur traders and families alike. Warmth had entered the age of industry. Then came invention: synthetic dyes, cotton blends, factory looms that hummed through the night. Blankets became colorful, affordable, and global. Every home, rich or poor, could now feel the simple joy of being covered. By the 20th century, the blanket became an expression of individuality. The electric blanket arrived, humming softly through cold winters. Hospitals used sterile white cotton. Babies were wrapped in pastel flannel. Soldiers carried olive drab wool. Each one served a purpose: warmth, healing, comfort, or courage. And then there were the emotional blankets, the one your grandmother knitted, the one that still smells faintly of childhood, the one that always feels right, no matter how many you own. A blanket is never just fabric. It's the soft geography of memory. Today, we have fleece, microfiber, bamboo, and weighted blankets that press us gently toward calm. We seek warmth, and not just from cold, but from the noise of the world. A blanket now soothes anxiety, anchors the restless, and reminds us to rest. But at its heart, it hasn't changed. It's still that ancient instinct to cover ourselves against the dark and wait for morning. So as you lie there, wrapped in your own blanket, think of the countless nights before yours. Caves flickering with firelight, stone castles breathing cold air, wagons creaking across prairies, apartments glowing in cities. People everywhere, in every time, finding peace under something soft. The blanket is the one invention that feels alive. It carries warmth, scent, and safety. It listens as you dream. So close your eyes now. Feel the weight on your chest, the warmth against your skin. Somewhere, thousands of years ago, another soul felt that same peace. The blanket holds us together, through time, through silence, through sleep. Good night, and thank you for resting with the Cozy Historian.